Good morning, everybody. Welcome to City Life. I'm Linda Bown. I'm going to be your host. I have Mayor Councilor Rita Mercier.
Thank you, my lovely,
In pink,
lovely Linda.
looking beautiful in pink, and John in purple, our
yes.
producer over there.
Purple's my color. Purple.
Hey,
purple.
it's summer. Everybody's dressed for the beach.
Yep.
Yep.
Except we wish we were there. I know.
Have you been down to the beach, John, at all?
Not as much as I'd like. I have a 4-year-old grandson that loves his Nana,
Oh, that's nice.
and we can be almost in the car ready to go. Hey, can you watch Luke for an hour? Yeah, bring him right up.
Yeah.
Oh, Luke, yes.
Yeah, she loves him. And the kid he's just so much. Grandkids are the reward for not killing your children, for sure.
You told me the most wonderful thing when I had my first grandchild. You said it's like living in your house and opening a door and finding that you had 8 more empty rooms.
Yeah. It's a whole new level of life.
It is. It's just that Donovan and Autumn are just,
Rita's got great grandchildren.
I know.
I do. I have 3 great-grandchildren. Yes.
Beautiful
And
little
beautiful,
kids.
beautiful.
Thank you.
And Robin and Wendy Lay, they had I think it's a granddaughter. I
Yes,
don't
how
know.
Beautiful, yes.
Oh, beautiful pictures of her on the internet.
Yeah.
Nice.
If it is a girl, I'm not sure.
Nice.
So, how many grandchildren do you have, John?
4.
4. Very nice.
3 girls, 1 boy.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, life is good.
I'm
Yes,
having
it
a new
is.
one, Callan, in 5 weeks. Dorian's having.
How many you got, Linda?
It'll be 5 now.
Oh, wow.
My extended family. Yeah.
Very nice, very
So,
nice.
How about you, Rita? How many grandkids you got?
I have 8 grandchildren, 3 great-grandchildren.
And the legend continues.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
The
goodness.
kids are so. I'll tell you, they're a lot smarter than we were.
That's true. I don't know
It's
how,
just,
but they are.
it's amazing to me, the things they come up with.
Yeah.
It's just, but unfortunately for Dorian, Donovan is Bown.
Yeah.
He is Bound. He looks like Bound. He sounds like Bound. He's quirky like Bound. Dorian has said to me many times, he'll say, well, I keep saying, he'll say, what am I going to do with him? I'll say, he's your father. And what would they do with him? They put him in boarding school.
Yeah, right.
That was their answer to Bound. So,
That's
but he's
cute.
funny. He's the cutest thing. So, up in Merrimack, it's wonderful. They have concerts every Thursday. Different types of concerts, kids concerts, all kinds of concerts. They had rock and roll, and so we take the kids. Lisa and I take the kids up,
That's
and
nice.
we get them something to eat, and we go and sit in the grass, and it's
Beautiful.
lovely.
Enjoy the fresh air.
Ah, yes. Well, I'm lucky, I live on top of a hill, and I always have a breeze.
Yes, you do.
Yesterday was just fabulous, the breeze. So you had a meeting last night. Anything earth-shattering?
No, nothing earth-shattering, just finishing up loose ends and things like that, yeah. Votes and information and this, that, and the other, so it was pretty good.
You have a folk festival coming up.
Yes, the last weekend in July is always the folk festival, and we're having one. We're kicking it off on Friday, I believe it's the 24th, at 6:15 at the JFK Plaza, and we're marching all the flags and all the ethnic groups over to Boarding House Park, and they do the parade of people
nice.
going by with their costumes and their flags, and oh, it's so pretty, very, very nice. And that's the kickoff of Folk Festival weekend.
Vi has a one-man show at the All Gallery, which is on Market Street, right near Market and Dutton. Right, if everybody knows where the Worthen is, if you come out of the Worthen, you take a right out that door. That building in front of you is there, and so he'll be in the garden. We'll all be in the garden.
In the
so
garden. When is this, Linda?
the folk festival weekend,
Oh,
Saturday and Sunday.
I'll see you then.
So,
The whole weekend, okay?
Yeah.
I think that's where I saw you last
yes,
year, too.
yep, yeah, he does very well, and it's a lot of fun. Well, Lisa and I will be down there helping him, and it's a beautiful, Mary Hart does a beautiful garden there. It's just
Oh.
lovely.
It is
So.
a beautiful garden.
Oh, and they're going to be having something at the Whistler House, because it's 200 years old. And guess who's going to be Jimmy Whistler?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Oh, my goodness. How
That'll be fun.
cute.
That'll be fun. So, that's with all this. And then we have the block party in Tingsville, but that's farther down the road. So things are. Have you been to any of the concerts at Boarding House Park?
I have not. The last time I went to the concert was probably one day last year, and my daughter Kelly and I were sitting there. Did I tell you the
No.
story? And I saw Peter Orsello. I said hello, and da-da-da-da. We're sitting right there, and I said, boy, I've been sitting a long time because I'm sweaty. It's unbelievable. So then they were giving a standing ovation, and when I stood up, I said, God, my pants were soaking wet. I was sitting like in a seat that had a sprinkler underneath me, and the sprinkler broke, and of course it was shut off, everything was shut off, but this one was dripping up. It soaked me. I said, Cal, I'm so embarrassed. They're going to think I wet my pants. This is terrible. So I told Peter Orsello, he goes, yeah, a few of them are breaking down. I felt like saying, why didn't you tell me? I found one of them. Oh, my goodness. I guess that's the last time I ever went back, but they had some beautiful shows. They always do.
They always do.
They had the Rat Pack night the other night on Saturday. It was Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr., and Dean Martin. They had it. It was free to the public.
So Rhea, grab another, that mic's dead.
Oh, it's dead.
Yep, just died. So turn it on its side, so I know that's a dead one. No, just turn the whole unit on, that's good. Grab another one and it should be good to go.
There you go.
So I will repeat everything I said for the
No,
past
we
10
heard
minutes.
you just until I told you it died.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I wouldn't want them to miss that story.
Gee. So that was the end of that, but I said, Cal, look behind me. Does it look all wet? She said,
Of course it
yes,
does."
of course it does. I'm saying, oh, my God.
I love Kel. Any more trips planned?
Our next trip is to France.
Ooh.
Because we did go to France, but we went to Annecy, France, which is only like an hour from where we were, and it was so beautiful.
You going to Paris?
Yes, but that's why we're going to France, because I didn't see Paris or the Arc of Triumph.
So what you want to do is go online and sign up for dinner in the Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
gee.
my.
It's nice. You go in there for dinner after dark, and you see all the lights of
Oh, I could go out
Oh,
to
my
the city of
goodness.
lights.
Paris, and then you can look down at the floor to see people looking up at you. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's nice.
But you can't just walk in and have dinner there.
Oh, I
You
see.
gotta have a reservation.
Well, I usually go to David on my AAA guy. I have AAA, so he's my agent,
Okay.
and he arranges
Tell him.
everything. He does
Put
a
a
lot.
bug in his ear and say, John says
Yeah,
I should see this.
Yes, he does a lot.
Yeah, Paris has a lot of great stuff to see. And,
Paris.
I had a really wonderful trip to Paris. I went right after we had the outbreak in Iraq, and everybody said to me, "Oh, you don't want to go. You don't want to go." Everybody's happy with us, and I had the American flag. I always wear it, and everybody. I mean, they were sending me bottles of wine. They were just lovely.
Wow.
We went to we had a really good trip. We had a great tour guide though.
Yeah.
That's half of it, having
Yeah,
somebody
that's
that
right.
knows where you're supposed, particularly if you don't speak the language.
Oh. Où est la bibliothèque? C'est tout droit, tu y vas tout de suite. Oui, il faut que j'aille chercher un livre.
Oh mon Dieu!
That's the library, but I'm not going to the library. But anyway,
I just signed the grandchildren up for the library up in Merrimack, and that's a lot of fun.
yeah,
So.
libraries are good.
Yeah, they do so much.
Yeah, that's why when I heard at budget time we were cutting the person that works in the library van, the bookmobile. I said, oh, no, we can't do that. We need that bookmobile to go in the neighborhoods. People can't get out sometimes.
Yep.
But they can get out their door and walk a little way down the street. That's pretty good. So we have that service, and the library does so much, so
Oh,
many
yeah.
activities.
And Paula doesn't still work at the library, right?
No, but how about Sam Paul and her father? Yeah, I went to school with her sister, Mary Ellen.
Yeah, sure.
Fitzpatrick.
First person, my father grew up with Sam, and that when I was 8 years old, I remember standing on street corners handing out.
Wonderful
papers.
man, yes, wonderful man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
very, very nice.
Yep.
So that was my initiation into politics.
Yeah, he was a wonderful man.
So-
His family was nice too. His daughter
yeah.
Ann, Mary Ellen.
Pat Logan,
Yes, yes.
he was a very, very interesting gentleman.
Yep.
He was a good mentor.
So that's pretty good. So
Did you go to the dunk tank?
I did not, but I heard about it. So many people were dunking. Oh, boy, Eric
I
got
bet.
soaked. I thought he was going to drown. And I think he got dunked like 20 times, I heard. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard. I talked to several people that told Corey they were looking for him. They were coming.
Yeah, Corey got dunked. Jose Cervantes. They were, Rodney Elliott, I believe, too.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did it, yep.
That's good.
That was fine.
A very,
for
very good thing to do.
cause.
Yeah.
Yep. So, what's new with you, Linda? I know you interview everybody. What about you? We want to know.
No, not quiet. Things are quiet.
And Vara's doing good. Did he sell some paintings
He
lately?
did. And so he's got some stuff in the Whistle House, and as I say, he's got this show coming at the end of the month, and it's fun.
Oh, that's
he's
good.
he does a thing that he does a one line. The whole drawing starts with one line,
Wow.
and then he goes from there. And it's very interesting, good colors and stuff. So he's and he's painting canvas bags and things that people are kind of interested
Wow.
in. In fact, he was chosen. They had a show last weekend on sculpture, and what happens is the universities send the professors come and select, and he was one of the ones that was selected for the show,
Wow.
and it was very nice.
I know he had some artwork in the lobby of City Hall. We all saw
Yes,
that.
I
That
remember.
was beautiful. Yeah, before.
He's got a big one in the senior center,
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna go look at that one. And it's on the first floor, you say?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7 by 4.
Is his name on the bottom
yeah.
so we could see?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
BMD.
I'll take a look at that. Yep.
Yeah, so
Well,
yeah, I
very
like
good.
the one that was at City Hall. I think they do that every fall, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's that.
Well, I'm glad that things are quiet. Things are quiet in town.
Things are rather quiet. I made a motion some time ago to name to dedicate the clock tower with a plaque for the man that took care of it for 30 years. And his name was Walter Burns. Now, Wally worked for City Hall in the city of Lowell for almost 40 years, but he did the clock tower for 30 years. He was very diligent. Everybody loved him. He was
That's very nice.
yeah, so I made the motion to dedicate it, and we're going to have the official dedication ceremony on Saturday. It's going to be at 10:30 at City Hall. There's a plaque in honor of Wally's lifetime and faithful service to the city from 1957 to 1995. I think it's longer than that, but that's what they have down there. And the family called me one day and told me about their father, and I said, their uncle, and I said, gee, you know, I didn't serve at that time, but I do know of that man. I'd be honored to make that motion. So I will say that Steve Stowell was very instrumental being the city historian, and my heart is broken that he was one of the layoff people,
Oh.
because he did a tremendous job to make
there
that
is.
happen. Yeah, very, very good. So this is the gentleman that we're going to be honoring on Saturday morning. I'm so
I
honored.
remember him.
Yes, wonderful man. So we have a plaque in his honor. He was a veteran as well. You know, you don't know, Wally was a proud U.S. Navy veteran. He served in World War II from 1944 until his honorable discharge in 1946. So he also was a recipient of the Victory Medal, World War II Victory Medal, and the Bronze Star. So when you see people, they never really talk about it. You don't know that they're carrying all this, and it's strange. And I say this at different ceremonies for the veterans. They don't go around bragging so that when people die and you see their obituary and you look and you in the paper and you say, I didn't know that Wally got this medal and was in the service and this, that, and the other. But we're very, very proud of what they have done to protect our country.
Oh, we're able to do what we do because of them.
So I'm so happy to bring that up. So that's a good thing. Then we had Elizabeth Altman. She's our transportation engineer. I feel sorry for her because everybody in the city that has some item or something on the agenda, they stay, and once we talk about it, they can leave and go home. Poor Elizabeth was there till the very end, almost 10 o'clock, because what we had to talk about was the informational pieces about the speed bumps. And
I was just going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
How's that working?
That's working very, very well, but it seems that it's working so well that every street wants it, but there's certain criteria that they have to follow. In other words, 85% of the people are following the speed limit, so it doesn't warrant a speed hump. And that's when people get a little upset, thinking, gee, where's it? Because in your mind, everybody's speeding on your street.
Oh, sure.
But there's certain criteria that they have to follow. So poor Elizabeth was there till the very end. It was tough. I wanted to say everything Elizabeth's going to talk about, let's do it now, but it just spreads out so that she's there all night, the poor doll. But
So are there streets that people should be aware that they're going to be getting speed bumps?
yeah, there are, and it's online, so if anybody goes on the city website, they would see, because there's so many people that want speed humps on their street. And I think it works very well. For example, let's say Douglas Road, there's two there, and you're going to come upon them, so you naturally slow down, or else you're going to rip your undercarriage out. So it works good. It's a good thing. And then the speed limit, 25 miles an hour, they did the most, they had a list of, let's say, 10 specific streets that they knew speeding was prevalent there, and Elizabeth monitored all those 10 streets, and 9 were right on the money or below the speed limit. Only one street was a little bit higher quite often, but people are following the rules and stuff. Yeah, that's what it said.
Well, that's great for the neighborhoods.
Yeah, it's about like 15% of the people are not, but I don't want to be one of them, but if you don't know where you're going, stay home. I'm sorry. No, I try to follow the rules. I do.
Of course you do.
Yes, I do. But anyway, that's that.
So, any flag raisins this weekend? You go to all of them?
Yeah, there's going to be the Colombian one next Monday at 1 o'clock. Columbia, that would be Beatrice Sierra and her group there, but I think she's not in charge anymore. She passed the torch over to another woman, so that's going to be. I have to work on Monday, but I did what I made up a time swap. So if I work a half a day on Tuesday and I work all day on Monday, I swap those days so that I work all day on Tuesday and I work the morning on Monday so that I could go there for 1 o'clock.
Nice.
So I do that, and they allow me to do that, so.
You go to most of them, I know that.
Yeah, I do. I'm very honored to do that, yeah. Although my own one, my Polish flag raising, I was just coming back from Ireland that day, and I missed it. And they were saying, how come she's not here? Oh, my goodness. But anyway, speaking about Polish, did you happen to watch on TV the tall ships?
Yeah, a little bit. Not,
Yeah, well, I always loved it, and I know Ralph loved the tall ships when the kids were small the first time. I know they came like 10 years ago, but they came well before that. And the kids,
76, I believe.
yeah, kids were small, and he brought them all down, and they never forgot it. So my Kelly said, I know I'm in Maine, but I still miss that Dad took us to the tall ships. I know that we can't get in there on Saturday. They close off a lot of streets, but if it's possible, can we go Sunday very early in the morning and see them at docked? I said, sure. So her daughter, my daughter, and I, the three of us, we set sail in the car, and we went to Boston, and we went to Charlestown, where the naval shipyard is, and the USS
Yeah.
Constitution was docked, and the very first ship that we saw said Da something or other, and a lady was there with a booklet, and she said, oh, that's the Polish ship. I said, oh my God, my father must have directed me right to it, so that was beautiful. That was what I saw.
Good.
Yeah, so we saw a lot. I wish that I could take my phone and you could plug into it and put it online. You'd be amazed that you can't do that, right, McD?
No.
I'd need
I
a.
have to have the right wire to fit your phone. I could do that, but I don't have the wire to see.
Oh, I wish I knew that. I have the
an
wire.
iPhone. I have an iPhone, and you don't have an iPhone.
No, but I have the wire at home, and if I knew that, you could see all the
But
ships.
now, while you're considering sunsetting your political career,
You what?
I guess
I'm
so.
just.
Well, in time.
In time, okay.
I'm not saying
either
it's
she's
just-
going to go to heaven or something's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll be your client.
Exactly.
Your client.
So what has to happen is, why don't you have your campaign buy you a new iPhone?
Oh no,
Oh yeah, Rita, honest to God,
no.
she's stingy with herself.
No, I'm afraid because this is what it is. When there's
The
certain
pictures are so much better on an iPhone. Rita, it's unfreaking believable the pictures the iPhone can take, and it just swamps every other phone that's out there. And people will say, my phone's better than yours. Oh yeah, come over here in a dark room. We'll take a picture. And I take the picture, a selfie. It looks great. So let's use your phone. And we look crappy because we're in the dark.
I wish that I had brought that piece. Would that have hooked into your computer?
Yeah, plug it into the back.
Oh, I wish I knew that because you would see the tall ships that I got. You would see the skyline of Boston, how magnificent Boston truly is. You would say that I took some excellent pictures. And it isn't an iPhone, but you would say, wow, these are.
Oh, it's good stuff. It's great. When it's a nice sunshiny day, it's great. But inside, like when you go into a restaurant or whatever,
Oh,
the pictures are just so much better.
I don't usually take pictures at a restaurant unless it's of the food, but
well, he
anyway.
does it. The dinner. Did you go to dinner?
No, I had a cookout up in Guilford, New Hampshire, 90 minutes away.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
And,
Nice.
Delicious time, and way up in the forest.
Oh,
The
really?
air was beautiful up there. It was a really nice stop. I had a good time.
That's nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Nice and cool.
And the place they had, I was very tempted to take a nap. The guy said, and that's the guest bedroom, and I thought, that might be good for a nap in a while, but I never got one. I felt like having a good nap.
Did you
That's
get up
nice.
to Maine?
I did not get up to Maine lately.
I thought you
no.
was up there over the 4th.
Oh,
Because last year, remember, we went over to see you and Kel.
yes. That's pretty nice. So let me just tell you. So Kelly came down yesterday.
Kelly's
And-
your daughter.
Kelly is my daughter, and she said to me on the way home, she said, Ma, I had to pull over and stop. I took a picture of this. You know how it looks like it's going to rain any minute? Well, I saw this sun, and it was so bright, and it was out, but there were clouds all around it. And, I know what it was. She stopped at a supermarket parking lot to take a picture of that. The lady came over to her and said, people are drawn to her to talk. You know why? They must say, oh, she's going to hold a conversation with me. I said, Kel, is there anybody you don't talk to? So the lady
I
said,
wonder where she gets that. Go ahead.
the
Her
lady,
mother has the gift of gab.
that's because I kissed the Bloody Stone.
She talks at gas pumps.
So it's the fires in Canada, and that's what she saw. And I took a picture of it too. It was right outside of my house. The sun
I
was
saw
like
that
blood
yesterday.
red. It
I
was
saw that yesterday.
yes.
I could see it through the trees. I thought,
Yeah.
what is going on with the sun?
The sun is actually out, but it's the smoke and everything from the fires in Canada. That's what the lady told my daughter. I said, "Oh my goodness."
I suppose it's going to be affecting people breathing.
Yes, no doubt. That's why you're sneezing, Linda. You're coughing and sneezing. That's what's happening to you.
That's what it was coming in.
Oh my goodness.
So, how's your garden? You have beautiful flowers. You
Yeah,
do a
my
good job.
garden's doing good. And yesterday, Kelly came down because she said to me, I'm taking you for a tree. And she took me to the cliffside in some part of Derry, and she bought me a tree. And I got to figure out how I'm going to plant it.
What kind of tree?
I should have taken a picture of it.
A flowering tree?
Yes, it's a flowering tree. It's tall, thin, and on the top of these white, puffy cone-type things, and some are pink and some are white.
Oh, hydrangea.
That's it, but it's a tree and
Yeah.
not a bush.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about, right? So that was beautiful.
Nice.
That was beautiful. I got to figure out where I'm
Yeah,
going
where
to put
are we
it.
gonna put
She
that?
said, Ma, I have one in my yard, and every time you come up, you say, oh, I love that tree so much. And I've been looking for them for 2 years, and I finally found one. So now, come on, that's where we're going to buy
They're
that
lovely
tree.
in the fall, and as the summer goes on, they get a sort of a mauvey pink. And then they
Yes.
dry very well.
Oh, they do. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
can,
pick them and don't put them in water, and they last all
don't put them
winter.
in water, and
Right.
then somehow you can put something
And
on them to
Don't
freeze
even
them.
have to.
No,
Don't
you
even
don't.
with hydrangeas. They
Oh.
just look lovely.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I have some blue
Oh.
that I do it with, and it's, yeah.
See what I mean? Sure. Mm.
No.
I couldn't help it. I
Oh.
love nature and trees and all that.
Well, I have the most amazing hummingbirds this year.
Oh my God, I love
They're
hummingbirds.
I have a family of them, and I don't even venture to guess that I could possibly find that nest. But the little babies are so, and I have baby woodpeckers. They're so minute. The woodpeckers kind of fall off the wire there, but they're adorable. But
Oh, my
my goodness, you really have to pay attention to the baby hummingbirds. They're very sweet.
The first time I saw a hummingbird, I thought I saw Jesus Christ Almighty because it was like a miracle to me. I said, oh my God, I can't believe I see that. And it's just hovering there with a long thing like this. I couldn't believe it. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
go right along. I have all these flowers, and and then it gets to the feeder, but it tries everything.
Well, we have something at work, and it's called Project Earth. Project Earth, we take our clients. One day it's the men, and one day it's the women. They, take turns, alternate, and they teach them about the chickens that we have there and at the prison. And the woman, and they plant flowers, and we have what's called, oh, they're so beautiful. I got a picture of that too. I couldn't help it. That's why I wish that as I'm talking, we could have shown what I'm talking about.
That'd be cool next time.
Oh
Yep.
my God, they're so beautiful. So you would know foxglove.
Oh, yeah.
Foxglove, so beautiful. And I think anything with a cone like that, it attracts hummingbirds.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Now,
that's.
foxgloves are interesting because one year I decided I was going to do, part of my garden was just going to be blue and white because the white at night shows the blue. And I bought them all, and I bought white foxgloves. The next year they came in pink.
Really?
And I went back to Lawton's at the time. They said, well, foxgloves, you never know. They have
No kidding.
next year they may be purple.
Oh my God. So you know what my Gemini said on my phone because I was wanting to know about them? Because I said, I didn't buy any, but I wanted to buy some, but if they were annuals, I wouldn't have wanted them. But they are perennials, which means they come back every year. But the thing of it is, they're toxic poison to people. Did you know that?
Oh, digital is for my heart. They're good for your heart. But,
Really?
I mean, don't be
I know,
we don't
but
want you
they're-
OD in
They're
digital.
bad for animals, so, you know.
Oh, okay.
So I said, I got a cat that's kind of crazy that would
Just
eat this.
backing the bus up a little bit, the speed humps are a problem for the first responders driving to an emergency.
Yeah, no doubt about that, though. That's true. That's true.
And this is in the background, this is the Tewksbury Senior Center, some art contest they had in
That's
the past.
cute.
So
Ah,
having some good
very
times out
nice.
in
That's
Tewksbury.
so pretty.
Back to you
What
guys.
did they draw?
Oh,
They're
wow.
very active, that senior
Very
center. Very
nice.
nice senior center.
Yes.
They do a good job. So,
Yep.
yeah, foxgloves are beautiful.
Yeah,
And
they-
usually you see them with delphiniums, which are bright blue,
Mm.
cobalt blue.
They-
Well, they can be purple as well, but they're beautiful. But they're perennials, but they can be a little temperamental. They don't like a direct sun.
Oh.
Now, Patty Kerwin-Kelty's watching this morning. She sent this picture of the tall
Oh,
ships.
yeah. See,
And,
that's the thing.
this
When
is
they-
the ship from Portugal,
Oh,
built in
yeah.
1937,
Wow.
called Sagres.
Sagres, yes. When they're docked, it's too bad because most of the time their sails are down. And I would have loved to see them with the sails up, but I didn't see any with their sails up. That's beautiful. That's what you saw. See what I
Gorgeous.
mean? Thank you, Patty. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Look at the artwork on that, the craftsmanship of, sculpturing
Well,
that.
also,
Oh.
I was surprised.
What did
at
she
that
do?
inside?
She went on the ship?
2026 technology. I'm surprised.
Wow.
to see
Wow,
on the
that's
ship.
Look at that.
beautiful.
That's the conning tower, whatever you want to call it. That's
Wow,
where they
that's-
operate the ship from when it's at
That's
sea.
wonderful.
Boy, they've come a long way from just one.
Thanks, Patty.
Steering
That's
wheel.
great.
Gee, that's a good idea. I should have sent him to John.
Yeah, put it on Facebook. It's just bang, done. Or you can send them an instant message.
I should have sent him. I should have texted him over to you.
You
Yes.
can't. If there's some you got right now, you can send it a text. I can.
Gee, wow.
Do you have them with you?
Yes, I do.
Well, when we go to break, you can send him a bunch
Yeah.
of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because we keep trying to get you to bring your pictures for your trips, because you're
See,
certainly the
yeah,
merry
A
that's
lot of
traveler.
fantastic stuff. Rita gets some great stuff.
Oh, now how's your grandson that's in Dubai? Is he still there?
Yeah, he's back in Dubai. Yes, he's doing okay.
I loved having him on. He was
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about
he's a good
crypto
kid.
coins and all those great things. Very smart young
When they're
man.
going back to the Tingsboro art thing, it looks to me as if it's a Groundhog Day mixed in with St. Patrick's Day.
That's a good crew, I must say.
Well, I went through their pictures on their website, and this is one of the few I could find that were all facing the camera.
They now
Christmas
I think
tree's
they
still in
have-
the background too.
don't they do lunch on Fridays? Is it Fridays they do lunch?
I was told by Colin they don't do lunch at all.
No lunch.
They do take-home lunch for Meals on Wheels.
Well, yeah. Dennis is the driver. He
But
comes
Lowell,
in.
Lowell's famous. They have the best gig around. You can just show up in Lowell. They don't care if
Can't
you live in
find it.
Timbuktu. They don't care where you live. If you're hungry, head down to Lowell around 10:30. Give them your $2. If you don't have the $2, we feed you for free. Just got to be 60.
Yeah,
If you're 59, don't come.
Really? That's interesting. Now, why did I? Well, no. Is it? What is it that? Is it AARP that you have to be 50? Is it 55?
I thought it was.
Is it 60?
55. Yeah, you're 55. I was
One of
thinking
them is,
something
I don't
else.
know
Well,
what it is.
what good comes out of AARP?
What good comes out of them?
Yeah.
Discounts on different things.
Do you
Yeah.
utilize any of them?
Well, no,
I
no.
don't.
But they send you
They
stuff.
just kept on trying to
Sometimes
sell
they
me.
have some interesting
They had
articles.
insurance salesmen, car salesmen, brake fluid salesmen. Oh, there's so many salesmen calling me up. I got rid of them quick.
Ah, okay. But they, I know they keep saying. I know that they threw the elderly under the bus and the insurance back on Medicare C and D.
Yeah.
But everybody thinks that they're advocates for the elderly. They're really not. Their insurance is very bad. So,
Well,
the insurance, healthcare now is just a nightmare.
well, they try to wiggle out of every claim, and it's almost as if you have to call an attorney to put in an insurance claim.
It's outrageous. I keep talking to people, and I have to bite my tongue because they'll say, gee, my pressure's like, 170 over 90 or something. I'll say, and the doc said, well, he said, I'll see you in 6 weeks. Well, my God, it's just, you can't, maybe you'll have to see this one and that one, but it takes you forever. It takes you forever to get to actually see the person you need to see. And I'm very happy to say the VA, VARA is a veteran, and they have improved incredibly. Harvard is the
Big
teaching.
difference with the VA.
Oh my goodness, when he had carotid and he had a pacemaker like you, my dear,
Yep.
and he had like 5 or 6 doctors hovering around him all the time. It was just incredible. I was very impressed because I was
Want to read
very
this one,
nervous.
Linda?
Good morning. It's pretty cool watching the old ships and modern boats amongst each other. Also, are there any ships that were here in 1976? I think there were. I think when I watched it on the 4th, I think there might have been a few. I'm sure. I don't know if they were in Boston. I don't know how many came to Boston.
Well, let me say something that was fascinating. And people are so friendly in Boston. Kelly was on the other side taking pictures, and I was standing there, and this lady was talking, and I didn't realize she was talking to me, and I turned around, and she said, did you see the crocheting flags? I said, no, I didn't, because I was on the other side of the ship, and you had to go around the wharf, and it was on the other side. But this time I was in such a place that you could clearly see them. She said, they're over there. When I looked, it was this lady from Brazil had crocheted these flags, and she strung them all along along the fence, that if you would go off the deck, off the wharf, you'd fall. So the rail, she put them all along the rail.
That's nice.
It went from one end to the other. That was magnificent. Beautiful, beautiful. I wouldn't have known that if that lady didn't tell me that. It was so beautiful. I have a picture of that as well, but I can't seem to find his phone number. Oh my!
It's on the screen. 978-8200.
I know that. I've been trying to figure it out, but
Okay.
Well, we'll go when we go to break.
yeah, I just don't want to keep bending down. But I don't know.
How's your cat that broke its jaw?
Well, and I spent $1,500 on him, and he became wonderful. And then one day he went out, and he never came back, and that was 4 months ago.
Oh,
I've
sorry.
never-
He got a
See-
girlfriend, and the girlfriend said, I like his smile.
Yeah, I wish it was like that, but I haven't seen him in 4 months. The little one's still there. The little one's beautiful, but I don't know. In fact, he's in the house today with the air conditioning on, especially for him.
Yes.
And he got fed, and he's all set for the day again.
Yeah, you can't, this week you can't shut your air conditioner off. You're crazy.
No,
if you
I'm
do.
afraid to let him out, and he
So,
wanted
no,
to
you
go
gotta leave
out.
the air conditioner on. That was smart.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's where he is.
The animals know to go
Yeah,
where the AC is.
No, but even if you're not home, leave the AC
Yeah, I'm
going
not
because you'll
home,
come
and
home
he's-
to a
that's right.
easy bake oven.
Yes. Very hot for an
This-
animal out there.
This heat has been unbelievable.
Got 2 more days to go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's gonna
Gotta
be
go up and take the kids
this
swimming.
80s and 70s.
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be like 100 or something, isn't it today?
Stay
That's
stay
what they're
home.
saying.
It's a good day for a nap.
It is. You know
No,
what?
we're going to go to the lake. I'll bring the kids to.
When people would say they'd take a nap, of course you're younger, so you don't think about a nap. But now at my age, I hear the word nap and I say, yeah, I could do that. I could
That's
do
not a
that.
bad idea.
Are
You
you
got-
you a napper?
Oh yeah, 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah.
The
See,
best nap is go to bed, get under the covers. Oh, it's nice. Just
I
napping
know.
on the couch, it's okay. But in bed with the covers on,
Yeah, but it's habit
exquisite.
forming because you'd want to do it every day, and sometimes I can't do
What's
that.
wrong with that?
Well, I don't think the sheriff would.
I'm up for 2 hours more. Well, remember, I went down to Worcester, probably 20 years ago. I had to get what's called a burial permit in Worcester. And I walk into the office, and the girl says, "This office is closed." I says, "Oh, okay. When is it open?" "In 2 hours." I says, 2 hours? "Yeah, we're at lunch." So, okay, no one Worcester's got a city manager. I call the city manager's office. Say, Board of Health closed for 2 hours for lunch? The woman on the phone says, "Absolutely not." I says, "Well, can you check on it?" So the girl, I could hear the phone ringing in the office for the Board of Health. Girl answers the phone. "Yeah, we're closed for 2 hours." Girl comes back on the phone from the manager's office and says, "She's the union head, so they're closed for 2 hours for lunch."
Oh, wow.
Nap time.
But
That's a long
Siesta.
time.
There was a couch outside, so I took my jacket, curled it up,
No.
and the girl says, "You can't stay here." I says, "This is a public building, ma'am." "I certainly can."
Wow. That's
So
pretty
we
cool.
locked horns. We had a good time with our locked horns.
Yeah.
And then I met her that summer at Wally's Biker Bar in Hampton Beach. And we sat down, we had a wonderful afternoon together.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's nice.
She says, "Oh, yeah, you're the sleepy guy. Yeah, you got a good memory."
That's pretty cool.
That's very
That's
good.
nice. I know
Good,
why.
very good
I know
memory.
why, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so municipalities are fine places to visit, but now we don't, it's all electronic now, so you don't have to,
You didn't even go to town halls anymore, do you?
nope, it's all online. They just want your money. They want their $20-25.
Well.
I think it's illegal taxing the dead, but it's okay. We need the money.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not going to get on that trail with my friend Rita.
How are you doing with AI? Do you have any issues with it?
No. I don't.
Oh,
You do?
Oh, yeah. If I get someone, the minute they start, and I'll say, "Is this a person?" If it's not a person,
I know what you're saying in that respect.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
yeah, in that respect.
I'm
yeah.
not talking to
I
a
want to
machine.
talk to a person. I know
Yeah.
what you're saying. Yes, that would drive me.
Rita, you're the queen of dead microphones. See, that one just died too.
Killing them all
Just turn them
off.
on the side, so I'll change the batteries after the show and grab the next guy there. Beauteous, thank you.
There we go. We're back again.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is that a new clattering when you were in Ireland?
Oh, no. I had it for years. I just never wore it. But when I was going to Ireland, I said I'm going to wear it. So I did.
Okay.
Yep. That was fine.
So that was a good trip.
That was a
And
wonderful
you're going
trip.
to, now, when are you going to France?
I don't know yet. Sometime in August, but I don't know.
Oh, so you're going in the summer?
Yeah.
Not that far away. It's
No.
a couple weeks.
She'd go every month somewhere, and I'm glad that, she has a husband that lets her go, because he's so busy, he don't have time to take her there, so he's happy that we go together.
Yeah.
And we see so many
Oh, that must be
nice
fun.
things.
I
Yeah.
bet she's fun to travel with.
Yeah, she is. We have fun.
Excellent. So
Yep.
you're lucky that you're able to do it, too.
Yeah, me too. I'm so happy.
You'll have to get rid of
I don't
that.
know what this plantar fasciitis or whatever you call it. Oh, my God. It doesn't last long, though. It's when I get up first. Oh, any electric
Vessels on the water.
How would you know?
I thought air conditioning was not good for the
Isn't it
environment.
killing
Isn't
the
it killing the plant?
Okay, Jay, you can shut your air conditioning off. Go ahead.
Yeah. You can sweat to death for.
I wonder if that, no,
How did we live without it? I mean, we all grew up with no air conditioning,
I know.
No, we all grew up. I grew up with a fan.
but you didn't have air conditioning.
No, not at
A
all.
world of difference. I mean, you can go into a room that's 95 degrees, you put a fan on, it's a little better. You put air conditioning on, you go, ooh la la, this is great.
As kids, it must have been very hot in the city.
It sure was.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
I remember just laying there with just my underpants on in bed, just, bacon.
Yeah, really true.
And I was able to fall asleep, but still, didn't get a good sleep.
Kids would never be able to cope now.
My mother would put a fan so it blew across all three of our beds because they were next to each other. So the fan would just blow across.
Oh, that's cute.
That's good. She's a good mama.
Yeah,
Fond memories.
there it is.
Things have changed so much.
So, can I ask a question? John, what do you think of Markley, the Markley project?
It's a fantastic company, terrible neighbors. And their biggest freaking problem is they're rude. I remember going to one of their meetings early on, and I says to one of my politically connected friends, "Who's the boss?" And they point me out to this Markley character. So I walk up to her and say, "Excuse me, sir, I got a question for you." He says, "I don't talk to people, I pay him to." That was the guy's attitude. I don't talk to people, I pay him to.
Wow.
So I said, "Okay, Mr. Friendly, I understand."
See, I have an opinion, and I know that there's so much talk that they're a bad company, this, that, and the other. I think from the very beginning, the city probably didn't realize it, but in my opinion, we overlooked a fact that they had no zoning for data centers. So what they went by were warehouses or storage, and they did the laws according to that, not according to a data center, and didn't take in all the extras like generators, because when you have storage or you have a warehouse, you don't necessarily have generators or cooling systems or this, that, or the other. So you have someone like Giovanni Bias-Rose, whom I have the greatest respect for, that says, well, we have to develop zoning specifically for data centers. Having said that, they had a meeting over at the Butler School on Gorham Street in the auditorium. I never expected the crowd that was there, but if I say there were 200 people, I'm not exaggerating. The place was packed. And previously, the week before, the Markley Group invited the council to go back, and I'm going to tell you things that people do not want to hear. I'm not going to be popular by what I say, but I would say this on the council floor just as I'm saying it here. I was one of the three that went to the meeting. And when I did, we sat in a room around a table, and we had a right to ask them any question, and I said to them point blank, you're not good neighbors. I appreciate the fact that if you're gonna be a neighbor, you have to include the neighbors. You can't just be one island unto yourself and not bother with the neighbors, and it's all about you. And they said, we understand that, and we're learning better, and this, that, and the other, and I'm not saying it's early enough, we should have done this before, but we've learned, and there were times that we've asked the neighbors to come to a meeting and they refused. I could only go by what they said.
I'd say, liar. Are you related to Gary Francis? That's what I would ask the guy.
Well, anyway, that's what they said. They said, there's going to be a zoning committee meeting. Should we go? I said, well, what, do you not want to know about it? Of course you should go. I'm not saying you should speak, but you should go. You should find out what that's all about.
I would have said to that clown, listen, buddy, when I came to I would use when I walked up to Markley and tried to talk to the guy. He's just an arrogant prick.
Well, probably he is. I'm not doubting that. But those that work for him, around him, they're very decent people that understand the right thing to do.
Rita, you can ask any one of my staff and they'll tell you what a nice guy. Oh, he's a wonderful man.
No, I'm not saying that.
I am not.
Well, all right, I'm not either.
They will stick up for me.
Okay, but now here's the thing. He produced letters of abutters that had nice things to say about the place.
Give me their phone number and I'll call them and ask them, did you really write this letter?
No, he had their names. I said...
I would call them and say, did you really write this letter?
Well, why would he make it? How?
He had their names and addresses. He pointed out on the walk where they lived.
I would call them and say, did you really write
But
this? But
one of them
what's wrong with verification?
One neighbor that's screaming the loudest asked him to buy the property, and he said, how much do you want? And the people said, $996,000. Do you think any house in that neighborhood should be almost $1 million? So of course they're gonna say, no, we're not paying that price for it. Ever since then, it's been downhill ever since.
Well,
I
see-
mean, there's two sides to every story.
Rita,
What it turned into, that's because we had no rules.
Why didn't they do this last year and the year before? What's happening with Markley is they're getting pressure because of the bad publicity Markley's getting. They're getting pressure from their peers around the country of the poison that's being put into their council's agendas that you don't want a data center. And they're red hot mad at Markley because they're terrible neighbors and their terrible reputation. And my guess is they're being embarrassed by their peers around the country for the disflavor data centers have for their authorities. In New York, they don't want any.
Why are neighbors in the neighborhood saying that the trees are all dying in their neighborhood, but yet when I was on the property at Markley, right on the property, their trees are not dying?
Did they turn the generators on for your kid?
Yes, the generator was on.
Okay.
The birds
No,
were
no,
singing
all-
louder than the generator.
Rita, in the winter, go up there in February when he turns the generators on. They're all on.
I
Because
don't know that they turn them all on at once.
Oh, okay. Well, if you
Well,
could,
then call me up next time it's loud, and I'll be happy to go down there
as
with
you
you.
know, I have this magnificent camera, and I can zoom in on Markley anytime I want.
Why don't you zoom on it now? And let's hear the generators, because I need to be convinced otherwise.
Let's go to them now.
And I'm not saying they're perfect, I'm certainly not, but there's two sides
Well, I
to
see
every
they're having a
story.
block party. That's interesting.
Okay, Rita, do you know why the chimneys are so high in the mills?
Yeah, so that the smoke or whatever don't go into the neighborhood, it goes
And
up in the
And how
atmosphere.
high are the chimneys over to Markley? With the diesel exhaust, how high are they?
I don't know, I'm not,
Crickets. Crickets.
I don't know, John, I'm not a engineer, I really don't know.
Okay, I believe you.
So let's, why, what is
Well-
the point here?
put it up on
You
your screen.
you
I
touched
guess-
on a very important point that you didn't have the correct zoning. It's all new. Okay, is that,
No.
What?
Markley's right in front of the Sacred Heart Church. I gotta move a little bit more to the right. So this is Heinz Tavern as they go up.
Oh, yes, that's
This is
right,
Markley right here.
okay,
That's Markley. And
Yep.
when he turns those generators on, smoke's coming from here to here, out of the roof of that building. Now, why can't they put a tower, collect all that stuff, put a tower so it's 125 feet in the air like all the mills in downtown Lowell, and it carries the sound and the exhaust up 125 feet? Do that, Mr. Markley. That's the healthy thing to do.
well, why don't you suggest that? Why
I'm
don't you,
sure he has.
have you done that?
To who?
Oh,
What's with it? You have a guy walking around with what looks like an AK-47 guarding the property.
Because that's secret stuff in those, do you want anybody to come in and take your information?
Rita, if I had a guy with a machine gun standing on the lawn of Mahoney
Oh,
Funeral
my
Home,
God.
the cops would show up and say, "What the hell are you doing, Mac?"
That's secret information.
it's the cloud,
It's
isn't it?
their data from top
What is he
secret
doing?
places.
What is he doing outside? They got a bazillion cameras outside. What is he doing walking around with what looks like an AK-47? I
It's
don't know
the
what it is.
appearance that we don't want anybody to come here and steal the data off of UMass Lowell. Let me just give you one example. A lady was dying. She was on a medication. She forgot what type of medication this was that she took years ago for the same illness. So they said, well, we're going to call your doctor and see if he remembers it. Or where's your papers that from the doctor's office? Well, the doctor had died. All the information was put in storage, and it was on the cloud. They went over to Markley to look it up, and they found it. They found what the medicine was. They gave it to the lady, and it saved her life. Did you hear that? Or is that another lie? Is that another
No,
lie?
I haven't heard that yet.
Well, see, you only hear what you probably want to hear, because there's two sides to every story.
I listen to everybody who talks to me about complaints. And all I can tell you is, this generator is running, I don't know if you can see right now, but they are running one of their generators right now. Got
How
smoke
can you
coming out
tell?
of the tree right there. That's one of their generators. Now, how many are running? I don't know. Maybe because the tree bloomed, I can't see all the exhaust anymore. But, okay, you don't believe me, I respect that. I'll go back to February and show you an old video that, there they are. And it's just, if you have that much,
Oh, well, you know what? This is what I saw at the school. I saw people speaking, saying, go back, get out of our city, go where you belong. You're not welcome here, and swearing and
no,
this, that.
I don't want them to go away. I
All
don't
right,
want them
but
to go
here's the thing. Now, one woman from Mockley stood up, and they said, get the F out of here, go home, this, that, and the other. She said, when you spoke, I never said a word. I respected what you had to say. Please do the same for me. I was embarrassed for the lady because they treated her like she was a horrible person.
Well, I saw the video.
It wasn't right. It
I saw
wasn't
the video
right.
of the whole meeting.
I might not agree with you, but you have the right to speak, and I have the right to keep quiet and allow you to speak. And that didn't happen there, and I was modified.
The meeting was undermanaged for sure. It was undermanaged, and they should have going backwards. You can't fix it, but next
And
time.
I said to Eric,
Next time you got to tell people, if you don't have the microphone, you're not allowed to speak. You need to put your hand, and we will give you the microphone, but you can't speak unless you have the microphone.
Right.
Or you'll
And
be,
I said
you'll be
to
asked
Eric-
to leave.
I said to Eric, please, we need a police officer here. Go get a police officer here.
But that's all been accepted. People, they do it in Congress, they talk over each other. No, there's no civil discourse anymore. There's no respect. I think Washington has set a terrible example, and now people don't think they have to respect anybody, not the police, not anybody in the public. It's whatever their point of view is the correct one, and you have to agree with them all the time. And you're absolutely right in that if you're going to an informational meeting, then at least try to get the information, and you have an opportunity to speak. But and you know, you're on the council. Sometimes people just, how often do they
We'll
talk
come
out?
up on break. I want to just get these.
Unfortunately, it was approved by the city council, so not sure what's the problem. So what unanswered questions will show up when it comes to the front runner city? Oh, right. Do we have that on tape, or are you two where we can see the meeting? YouTube. Yes, we
meeting's
are.
on
You're on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, I watched on YouTube.
Who were the other two councilors, Mrs. Mercier referred to? Who went with you?
Who went with me was Vesna Noon and Sean McDonough
Oh,
and myself. We were the only three that showed up there.
and what did Sean have to say about it? Because he's pretty vocal.
Not really too much. I did a lot of talking.
Well, you can't help yourself.
I know I can't, but I have questions, and I said, you're telling me all these beautiful things that you're
Sorry, girls,
telling?
we got to go to break. We'll be right back, thanks. now your mic's dead.
My mic is.
What's wrong with your mics that they're all dying here?
Well, I don't know, but we have plenty.
You need batteries. I'm gonna buy you some.
Rechargeable batteries. Go ahead, Lynn.
So, an informational meeting that they went, and it's very controversial, I know that, and Rita was saying there's two sides to everything.
But
It's
the-
just, I wish everybody would be civil with each other.
The fact is, you've got to set rules down. It's a silly thing to say, but what I would like to see, all the city meetings, you start with, first of all, there are restrooms in the building. The restrooms are here and there. You don't know where the hell they are.
Yeah.
Page 2, if there's an emergency, we don't expect one, there's an emergency exit there, there's an emergency exit there. This is a public forum, and it's going to be organized by a microphone. If you're not holding the microphone, put your hand up if you want to use the microphone. If you get the microphone, we're going to give you tops 60 seconds to put your message up. Because we have a lot of people who want to talk to us. And we're only going to be here for 60 minutes. First, the meeting was too short.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things going forward. We can't go backwards, but going forward, next time it's going to be a 90-minute meeting, organized beforehand. And if you don't have the microphone and you speak out, you're going to be escorted out of the building.
Well, and they need to do that. And maybe if they start escorting
They did,
people out
and
of
they
the
got
building,
all kinds of yelling and screaming about it, but sorry, you just can't.
you can't just be disrupting the meeting just because you think you. Now, I understand if you've never, I guess if you've lived under a rock and you've never been to a meeting before, but you don't know the rules. But as you say, if they present the rules, I agree. I think that's an excellent thing to set up a format and say, look, this is how it is. Although I've seen it at other board meetings.
I think rules could have been in place and people were just adamant to show their disdain.
Yeah, but that's,
the
I don't
data
care.
center.
I mean, they gotta kind of
And
get
there
their
were
act
no
together.
police until
Yeah.
later on.
It's not acceptable
Well, it
to
might be one thing
scream.
where you tell the city guy, look, if there's over 20 people at the meeting, it's got to be organized by microphone only, and you got to make that announcement.
But you see it in meetings. Every public meeting, they'll say, okay, this is when the public can talk. Does anybody have any comment? And there's nothing. And then you start to discuss it, and they start screaming at you. And then they get mad if you don't answer them.
Well, I've been to plenty of meetings that there's yelling and screaming, but they don't speak out of turn. They wait for their turn to yell and scream, and
Well,
Now,
I don't mind them screaming at their time. Go ahead.
But here's the whole purpose of the meeting at the Butler School. It was to talk about zoning and what are the neighbors, and what does Markley want to see about zoning? For example, rather than just regulate square footage, consider defining the electrical demands measured by
Yeah.
megawatt. There could be 2 tiers. 2 megawatts requires stricter citing of outright exclusion near residential zones. Secondly, noise and vibration mitigation. Third, water resource managed. And then setback, buffer zone, aesthetics. We don't have anything like that because we don't have a zoning for data centers. If a corporation wants to build a facility requiring an electrical demand, it should not have expect families, renters, small business, or municipalities to carry the risk. I wrote all this down because I'm going to make a motion next week. Where are we with this proposed zoning for? If a facility needs new grid infrastructure, the cost should not be buried in everybody's utility bill. If
Yes.
I use a lot of electricity, why should my neighbors have to divide and pay for something that I'm burdening them with? Just like this facility here.
Rita, when I found out that if it is determined we need a new power generating station, the taxpayers pay for that. The utility company doesn't.
Well, it's not it shouldn't, we should have laws.
That's the law.
Well, it is, and you know what? It's a law in the city that we call it bar license, you get if you go under restaurant. So I had that whole,
Now,
scenario.
just a second before we get off this tangent here on Markley.
Mhm.
This wonderfully nice couple.
I'm not
Well,
saying
now, why are
wonderful,
they being
nice,
so-
nice, but what was there before was a crap hole, and now they've made something nice
there-
that's generated data as
Okay.
storage for Lowell General.
have to
Do you
say now?
want all these utility places, these data centers at Lowell General and put them on that property, and then UMass Lowell on that property?
Are you staying till 8 or you gotta leave at 7:30?
I have to leave at 7:30.
So, what do you have to say about the Tanner Street Power Station? What do you have to say about that? Markley is not supposed to be doing any construction right now, and they're laughing at the city council's decision. And everybody says, oh, just look the other way.
No, we're not looking the other way. We have a moratorium, so
Well,
how are they
why are we letting
building?
them do that? This nice company.
Is it the state that's letting them do it? And there's
If there's
nothing
the
we
city
can
of
do?
Lowell, you get somebody over there from the building department and say, shut this down.
Well, that's what I would
But
have
no,
thought.
no,
I'm not sticking
Our
up for
city
them. I'm
manager
giving
wants
the
the
other
revenue.
side of the issue, McD.
he wants the revenue. They're gonna have whatever they want because he wants the tax revenue. We're a poor city, he spends like a drunken sailor. But we'll,
I'd like to thank Councilor Rourke for being the only one having the courage to vote no last night. What did you vote no on? Asking Markley for $900,000 for their homes is highly justified and smart because they are selling strategic land to a deep-pocketed tech corporation, not a regular family. Markley just desperately needs this space to expand its data center, and since they have already bought up nearby properties, the neighborhood holds all the leverage. Furthermore, demanding a premium price is fair because of all the noise and pollution caused by Markley.
Well, they did buy other property and they rented it out to other people. So it's not like they're selling it off and rebuilding on it. So I don't know where that comes from. Must be a neighbor over there.
well, they have to have them occupied, otherwise they'd be switched to commercial property rate.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to give you the other side of the picture. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm saying let's listen to both sides, not just one side.
I'm with you, Rita,
I
but
said to Markley, why don't you tell the public what you're telling us here today? You make it sound like it's so beautiful, and it sounds wonderful, but it isn't a secret, and it shouldn't be just known to me. It should be known to the city and to the neighbors. I don't hear you saying
So-
anything good about what you're doing.
So where are you? This motion, is this going to change the zoning?
Well, they're grandfathered in right now, so there's nothing we can do with the zoning laws for data centers, but it's in the future if there's any more coming in here, which I think it would have applied to Tanner Street, but now they're already doing something over there, which I don't know how they can do that. We put a moratorium, and I voted yes for that, so that we could stop it until we get the laws and important information in place of what we expect from data centers. We had nothing before.
Well, the problem with the utility companies, anything that's generated by the utility companies that increases what they have to produce, they pass on to the consumers anyway. I mean, Sam Meese is the only one that's even talking about that silly, ridiculous electric bill that we all get that nobody can read.
Yeah,
It
right.
costs more for the distribution than it actually costs for the energy. I mean,
Right.
So
There you go.
and I blame the governor for that and the DPU because they just and you have no recourse. Same thing with all the utilities. You have no recourse. I go through it with the Dragot Water. We have no recourse. We
Yeah.
have no representation. I agree with everything Councilor Mercier is saying about Markley, but why did she vote in favor of banning data centers last night? I'd like to thank Councilor Rourke for being the only one having the courage to vote no last night. Incorrect. Markley was grandfathered in. They are not part of the of the moratorium. Markley wants to build their own power source on Tanner Street. It's no cost to the taxpayer.
I don't, banning data centers, I don't know what
The neighbors can offer to dismiss or drop a civil lawsuit in exchange for a favorable buyout price.
I got one
Yeah, but they
more.
may not want to move from their neighborhood. I don't know that.
They're not gonna move. They're gonna stay there. They'll be there when we're in paradise.
I think if someone offered me almost $1 million for my property, I think I'd sell it.
Home run. I can't believe I'm siding with the councilor. The only way to get to a resolution is to listen to all the sides.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not saying Markley's right. I know that they could be scoundrels. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying they have a side too, and I'd like to hear both sides so that you can come to a
But Rita,
middle interim
what the
here.
council's doing is working, because up to this point, you could ask Markley a question, and you never got an answer. A year ago, you could say to Markley, hey, what's that guy walking around with a machine gun outside for? Crickets. You got no answers. Now, you've done something, you know what? We better talk to these people.
Just for an example, let me give you an example. A year ago, I met with maybe 7 city councilors, and we did a tour of Markley. At that time, there was a section that was piled high with dirt. It was all like it was a war zone because they were digging up this and that. The neighbors were complaining that we see these high mounds of dirt and da-da-da-da. Well, I went there maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I looked at the same spot that the neighbors were complaining about, and it was magnificent. And I see it with my own eyes. The work that they did, you would have thought they had the most special landscapers come in. That pile is gone. So it's like you're digging a swimming pool in your yard, or you're putting in a septic system.
You still have your pool?
No, we buried it. I didn't. Yeah,
That was a
we-
beauty.
It was beautiful.
That was a beauty.
Yeah,
But sorry to interrupt you, go ahead.
But so let's say the neighbors say, "Oh, that's unsightly. Look at the mounds of dirt." Yes, it is unsightly because they haven't finished yet. Well, 3 weeks ago, I went by that same spot that was devastating, and it was a state of the art. And believe me when I say buffer zone, they got trees all along that are beautiful with a wall. They've done everything they could to add a buffer zone. So I see these things.
So here is, the Superior Courthouse got sold a couple of weeks ago for $1.9 million. They got these big mounds of dirt outside.
Yeah.
They're going to town on that bill. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, it's like the neighbors next door saying, "Get rid of that pile. I can't stand looking at it." Yes, in time when they're done there, they'll put it back to the way it's supposed to be.
So
And that's what they did at Markley.
they're on fire over there doing a lot. I don't know what they're doing, but
What are they doing? Who bought that?
it's supposed to turn it into condos.
Yeah, condos.
Oh, just what you need.
That's what I heard. But hey, I'm glad for new neighbors as long as they have a place to park. Speaking of parking, McMayor, is there any
Poor Rita.
flavor in the city to change our parking rules for development? Like right now, you don't need a parking space. You can sell condos. You build condos.
Well, you know the one that's building on Gorham Street
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
showed me?
yeah.
Where are you gonna park there? So you know what? We as a council had to change the zoning to allow that to happen. But let me please tell you this, because I'm not trying to stick up for my colleagues or myself. The state mandated that we do that. We
You need to
had
get
no
a be-
choice.
you
They
need to
said,
get a
"You're
better-
gonna do it.
You need a better lawyer.
You're
That
gonna
should be in
do
the
it."
state Supreme Court. It would fail the state Supreme Court. We don't have the guts.
I don't get it. I
to
don't
take
get
the
it.
state, take the state to the
When the
state Supreme
state
Court.
demands that this city council, you have to do it.
Yeah, but-
I never heard of it. It's a
And we caved.
dictatorship.
We should have taken it to the state.
It was
Don't cave.
horrible.
We cave.
Because where are you gonna park? I don't believe it.
Well, don't cave. Just say, you know what? We're gonna have, the mindset is we're changing our mind. You gotta have parking spaces, and we're gonna take the state to the Supreme Court. You have to have a place to park. And you can just ask the jury when you get to the Supreme Court, where'd you park today? Where'd you park?
But litigation costs money. And taxpayers don't want to do that either.
Linda, right now you're buying a $300,000 condo. You owe the bank $300,000. Okay, we'll say it's a cheap one. It's $200,000. You owe $200,000 and you got no place to park, honey.
You know that when you buy it.
Then you know what they're saying about Lowell? Lowell is turning into a walkable city. That's why we built this high rise. These people in there can either take public transportation or get on their bike
And
and
I
go.
say these people are screwed.
Well,
Well,
that's,
we have no public
Okay,
transportation.
let's walk to the train station after the show, Rita. We'll see how pleasant. We're going to take the car.
I wouldn't mind if I
But
was
maybe
like
if you were
25.
30 or something and you buy, yeah,
Right now,
Things
I
are
don't
quite
think so.
yeah.
But I wish you guys would put your heads together and get rid of and go back to having 2 parking spaces per
We're
unit.
putting our heads together, Linda. Oh, my
2 parking spaces per unit.
Oh, boy.
Well, you gotta deal with the governor.
I love a good go-round with this
Well,
guy.
no, I mean, this Heinz's tavern project, there's going to be 70 people living in that building with 13 parking spaces. Now, those
Well, I
70
don't
people,
understand why
they
they
all
cut-
like bicycles, roller skates. That's what they don't believe in
Put
cars.
parking into the buildings.
This is a walkable city. Let's
That's
get
what
out
they're
the
saying.
bike.
And I'm
That's what
telling you
they're
right
saying.
now, they're going to be parked on Gorham Street because right now it's legal to park on Gorham Street,
Oh, boy. Yeah.
and that's where they're going to park.
I know, I hear you.
Well,
Anyway,
the governor
is there a
doesn't
new
care. She
subject?
just doesn't care about any of that. Well, we're not even on the bloody transportation we had to allocate land. I mean, it's insane. We don't even have a bus. The elderly don't even have a bus over in the other side of town.
You need a good grant writer. Talk to Rita. Lowell Senior Center has a bus. You need a grant writer.
Well, we
We
have
have a bus
No,
'cause we
the
bought it.
seniors do, but if you're not, now, if you're disabled and you're in the housing, you can't take that bus.
You call the LRTA, they'll pick you up. They have a special van, they'll go out and pick you up.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna call.
Call LRTA, say, look, I need to get to a doctor's appointment. Can you accommodate me?
Yes, and they will say, Linda, it's called Roadrunner, and you have to make an appointment. So if your appointment is today, you're out of luck. We'll put you on the list for maybe Friday.
Isn't Roadrunner for elderly?
What's the question?
Isn't Roadrunner just for elderly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm talking about disabled.
Okay,
disabled
disabled,
and
they're
elderly.
included.
It's
They're
the
included.
same.
Okay, all right, because they were told that they can't because of the age.
If they're disabled, if they're legally disabled,
Okay.
I don't know. I have never had
Well,
to.
I had an issue
transportation
in
problem.
Tingsboro at the
I'll ask Tommy.
housing.
Tommy Bowman comes here every single
Yeah,
week.
oh, he would
And-
know.
and I'll
He's
ask
on
him.
the
Told
board.
that,
He's on the
oh,
board.
you're not old enough.
He's on the
Tommy
bus board.
Tommy board. Tommy Bomel's on my board for the Bridge Club of Greater Lowell.
Yeah, well,
on it.
he's on the bus board too.
Yeah, LRTA, yeah.
Good.
I will call
public
someone
servant.
about that.
Well, can we change the subject there,
What else can
kids?
we talk about?
Yeah, let's go to Light and Fluffy.
Light and fluffy, well, light and fluffy is the motion that the ladies made, which is Belinda Duran and Kim Scott. The three of us made a motion for the appropriate department to look into a passive bicentennial park in the area of Middlesex and Jackson Street that would be a salute to women marking the 200th anniversary, and it's a salute to women, and it passed. We asked the city manager to find ways and means so that we can recognize the women that
What a nice
shaped
place
our
for a
city.
park.
Yeah, it is. It's a passive park, which means that there'll be trees and benches, and you can go there and meditate and sit and.
Let me just ask, is there
It's-
going to be an issue with the shelter there? Are people going to actually be able to sit there?
I hope so. It'll be a dedicated to salute to women marking the 200th anniversary and focus on people that had made contributions to the city, like Ellen Sampson,
Oh, my goodness. This question.
all the people.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
That's very nice.
yeah. So that's.
You should be one of those.
No, I'm not saying I should be one of those,
You-
but
yeah.
there's different people.
Actually, there
It's
are a lot
about-
of women
it's
in
about
Lowell that
women.
have been very active and successful.
I'll tell you of a woman in Lowell that I hung around with as a kid. My mother would say, "I'm going to the store, what would you like?" I said, "Ma, could you pick up some grapes? Or could you get some cherries or something?" And she'd say yes. My girlfriend's mother would say the same thing to her, and she'd say, "Could you pick up the 3rd edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica?" And she became the first woman surgeon in the city of Lowell.
Really?
Yes, and she was my friend, and her name was Doris Kwasachai, Doris Pliskin. She's the first woman surgeon in the city of Lowell. I know there were women doctors in the city of Lowell well before her, but she was actually a surgeon, and I got a
I
kick
didn't
out
know
of
she was
it.
from Lowell, actually.
Yeah, she was very tiny and short, and when she would operate, she would have to stand on a stool to actually operate.
Be able to see.
And you know, she had 3 other sisters. They were a very good family, good family. And one day we were on my mother's bed. We were jumping up and down, and she fell and she hit her chin on the bookcase headboard. And I said, "Oh my God, did you hurt yourself?" So she went like this. She said, "No, I'm all right." And she went like this and saw blood. And when she did, out the door she went. My mother went to grab her. She went right through my mother's arm. She went down the stairs and crossed the street and went home. She needed stitches there. But I'm saying, and she's a doctor today and saw the sight of blood and went nutty like that. And she's a surgeon.
That's
So
a funny
I'm very
story.
proud of her. There's someone that I think is remarkable. So I haven't seen her in years, but I never forgot. She
Yeah.
was my friend, yeah. She
One of my
was someone.
Childhood memories.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her. I'm not surprised she became a doctor. She was very brilliant. She was a brilliant girl, very smart.
Now, did she go through all?
She
all
went
schools?
to St. Joseph's Grammar School and then St. Joseph's High School, because that was the little Canada section of the city. Yeah, she was French. Very, very good person. So I mean, people like that you.
Well, now will people
What
submit
about
names? Is that what they're going to do?
Stocklosa, Catherine Stocklosa. I don't know how it's going to work. First, we have to find a place, but that would be great. So
And that's where it's going to be, up in the jam plant.
it should be up there somewhere, yes. And of course, then we went into executive session. Ooh, I wish I could talk about that, but I can't. But I wish I could.
Secret squirrel meeting.
Yeah, it was good.
What was it about?
The Hamilton Canal District.
Oh, Sal's promises going away?
No,
Oh.
not Sal.
Sal has the
We never mentioned his name.
Hampton Beach selectman fooled. And I tell one of my selectman friends down there, pipe dreamer. He's a wonderful dreamer.
Does he own the property the casino's in?
He's got, good guy, fantastic dreamer, and big disappointment what he did in Lowell. And
Well, maybe he had too many irons in the fire. Because he was wasn't he down in Haverhill? He was all over the place. That's a lot.
yep,
Sometimes people bite off too much more than they can chew.
Wasn't he in the school committee in Chelmsford?
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
used to be, right? Didn't
Yeah.
he?
not anymore.
No,
Not
not
anymore.
anymore, but he used to be an elected official. Anyway, that's that. How about Alex McGee, who was the assistant city manager in Lowell, and now he's going to be the town manager in Chelmsford?
Really?
Yeah, Alex McGee.
Oh, he's taking Paul Cohen's place?
Yes. And the reason I have followed that is because the other day I got a call from our head security at the prison, and he said, "Could you please, the sheriff is asking you to go to the youth graduation, youth academy. Instead of kids going to summer camp, they go for a couple of weeks to the sheriff's camp, and they learn first aid and all
Really?
kind of things. It's beautiful, and they had the graduation. So it was Lowell, Dracut, Chelmsford, and I think Dunstable, all 4 communities graduated their
How did
kids.
Kingsborough miss that?
Oh, they go too, but on another time. This was
Oh.
just those 4, so it was pretty nice. I
Rita,
liked
is
it.
City Hall open at all on Fridays, or is it closed all day
No,
Friday?
City Hall is open till noontime on Friday.
Oh.
And the reason for that is because the people got the afternoon off because they work till 8 o'clock on Tuesday. So City Hall is always open in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. So if you work and you need to pay a bill or you need to do any business, City Hall is always open till 8 o'clock on Tuesday.
I got this text 2 weeks ago, and no city council's been able to give me a good answer on it, and I'd like to have your flavor of what you think.
Big, long explanation for it, but the city budget cut it. Part of the budget cut was this year's raise. In exchange for the raise, they gave each employee 5 extra days, so each holiday coming up this year has an extra day for employees celebrate.
Have you heard anything about that?
They did give up their 2% raise and got a 0. They took a 0, and they are going to get something for it, and it's probably an extra holiday. I didn't know it was 5 of them.
So you don't know?
I
Okay.
didn't know it
Okay,
was
nobody-
5 of them.
It seems to me that this might not be true at all, but I haven't been able to hear it back yet. Got a bunch more I'm going to
Well,
blow through
I
right
did-
here.
Great debate.
Go ahead, Linda.
Good. Counselor, for all her faults, is willing to listen and make a decision she feels is best for the residents.
Gee, I think I'm liking this Jay now. I don't know who Jay is, but you're becoming my friend, and I'm happy
Well,
about
be
that.
careful, that might change.
You know what? I'm not saying I know all the answers and I'm right and you're wrong or whatever, but I'm a Libra. We like to balance the scale. I want to hear both sides, not just one side. I want to hear both and then make my decision.
Yes, that was a great motion about the bicentennial park. All names of past ladies that had served the city in elected positions should be on plaque. I agree with that.
Oh, that's pretty
As
cool.
well as other areas, as you say, the doctor, women that have excelled and we don't generally get acknowledged too much.
I could go on and on and on and talk about the bar. We call this the bar. So restaurants get a permit and they can and it's considered a bar. I have it all down. We talked about it last night. That's a discussion for another day. But it's almost 9:30 and I have to go to work. I'm
Hey.
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So Rita, give me
7:29.
the last one. Anything else you want to let us know?
No, but thank you for letting me be on.
Rita, you're
Thank
the
you
best.
for taking your time and your energy and getting up so early to be here to give information. Not that I provided much, but you provide a very important service. You allow people to text in and ask questions. I will look into what you're asking and I'll let you know about the 0%. I will.
The extra holiday.
Yeah, I'll
was
ask.
a surprise.
I
6
don't
of them.
know. I thought it might have been 1. I didn't know it would be 5, so
Well,
I'll
it's
have
a
to
lot-
check.
That's
that
a
out.
lot.
People have a bad habit. They
Yeah.
love to give me
Well,
rumors.
Oh.
This city
that's
councilor kicked his dog, and
Yeah,
the city manager did this, and I have to verify it before I
yeah, I
open
understand.
my big mouth.
Speaking of dogs, you haven't had any dog issues for quite a while.
No, because there's a leash law. You better keep your dog on a leash.
There are always leash laws.
They like to put me on a leash, but you
Yeah.
know, thank you so much to everyone that listens to the show. This is a great show.
Oh,
Not
Thanks,
easy
McMahon.
get not early. Thank you.
thank you,
Bye.
Rita.
Bye, baby. They like to put me on a leash, but you know, thank you so much to everyone that listens to the show. This is a great show. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
was, the city's doing something to Elm Street today, so, soon you're gonna see it shut down, so it's gonna be shut down for the day. Back to you, Linda.
How are the streets around here? You're always having issues with the,
Well, it's summertime, you're gonna have construction, resurfacing, and the city's good enough, they send us a notice. I don't know, they closed Highland Street for a day, I don't know what they did to it, but it's okay, they did what they had to do.
maybe they did the speed bump. I should have asked you exactly where the speed bumps are going now.
But you can see now that they're shutting this, now the detail cops are there. I'll move the camera a little bit.
Yeah.
The detail cops are there, they're shutting the street down, so I don't know what they're gonna do, but Elm Street's closed.
Okay, good to know.
So if you
Now,
drive-
do they post that like on City Hall?
Yeah, the cops put up a thing where they're, I think the Sun should pick it up too, but they don't. And I should put it out there. My son sent me the thing last night that they were gonna close Elm Street today, so.
Now, that's particular interest to you, because you must have to divert to go certain ways. You have a very distinctive way. I've been on of going to cemeteries.
Yeah.
So-
So I'm gonna show the announcements for a second here.
Okay. Take my call.
And this guy to this guy. 15 it should be. I gotta do Apple O. Computers are fascinating. Okay, first of all, Eric Gitchie is having a fundraiser, the mayor. I gotta hit the minus thing to make it fit. Too small. Okay, so campaign fundraiser, Thursday, July 23rd. That's next week, I guess, yep. And Mayor Eric Gitchier, Lowell City Council at large at the Wappin Web 5:30 to 8 p.m. Donations start at $25 and go up. We talked about this earlier today, the dedication of the clock tower is gonna be this week, July 18th, 10:30 at City Hall. And so get on there and enjoy that. Keith Rudy sent me this, the boxing that's gonna be happening out in Billerica. If you love boxing, this is the place to go. www.bostonboxingpromotions.com. And it's happening this Friday in Billerica at the Billerica Elks Lodge. Cambodian flag racing. Gotta hit the minus sign so it all fits. Cambodian flag racing is gonna be Friday, July 24th, and at Lowell City Hall at 8 p.m. No, I'm sorry, 6 p.m. My eyes are going bad. At 6 p.m. So hope they have a good weather night. That'd be a good time.
Well,
for
that
everybody.
must be the Friday before the folk festival, or start of the folk festival.
This is the Markley Group is having a party, Lowell Neighborhood Block Party. You're invited. You just have to sign up by invitation only, and it's going to be July 25th. So take a picture with your fancy phone and be in touch with. Whoops, wrong button. This right here, this rsvpmarkleygroup.com. Send them an email, and I'm sure they'd love to have you. So get over there and get a nice hot dog out of Markley and get some smiles and talk to your neighbors, and maybe things will improve. Today is the 16th. So over at the Lowell Senior Center, we're having roast pork. Roast pork loin for $2. If you don't have the $2, we'll feed you for free. The only rule is you gotta be 60 years old. So you gotta get over there early, to around 10:30 this morning, because the lunch comes out at 11. These are the trips the Lowell Senior Center has. Every senior center has trips. If you look at your little news magazine, it'll tell you what trips your senior center has. But you don't have to live in Lowell to go on one of these trips. Just call them up, and they'll put you in they'll put you in a seat on the bus.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So
That's a good,
it's nice to be able to get a bus to drop you off at Hampton Beach. Go
Yeah.
there and enjoy the ambiance of Hampton Beach, and the bus will pick you up and bring you back home.
nice.
Good
A
stuff.
Gunquit, lovely, on the 23rd.
Good stuff. The splash pads in lovely Lowell, they are open every day. I don't know about weekends, but we have the McPherson Pool on Hilver Street over in Centerville, the South Common Pool over here on South Street, and then we get the splash pads over at the Mulligan Park on Plain Street, the Armory Park on Westford Street, the O'Donnell Park on Gorham Street, and Shed Park on Roger Street. So it's going to be toasty. Bring your kids over there. Maybe you can stick your feet in the water and have a good time. This already went by. And the buses are free bus rides until September 30th. Just give the bus driver a hearty wave, and he or she will pick you up and give you a free ride. Back to you, Lynn.
I'm going to check on that about the disabled to see if that's, I'm going to call, is it Dave? I think it's Dave that's down at the LRTA about the disabled being picked up.
Okay.
Because I was told it was elderly only, and that doesn't make any sense to me, but, so. Now, I hope if anybody out there listening.
Sorry. Keith Rudy's sending me a text. Thanks, Keith. Boxing match is next Friday, the 24th. I must have misspoke. Thanks, Keith.
Oh, okay. Anybody out there that can send us, send John some information on the Folk Festival, or they want to come in on Wednesday, I'd be very happy to have them on, talk about what's going to be happening at the Folk Festival next weekend. The schedule, let people know where they should be parking and how to get in and get involved. It's a big event for the city of Lowell. It's always very successful. And so I'd like to have people at least be able to give the information to people about coming into the city. And it's always wonderful. Everybody should come to the fest.
It's a good time. The Folk Festival, I just hope they have great weather.
Yeah.
And it's only Friday and Saturday, not Sunday anymore.
It's not Sunday anymore?
I don't think it's Sunday anymore.
Huh.
But, I'll go looking.
Yeah, well, see, that's just it. We're in an informational blackout.
So I have some facts. Let me go looking.
Yeah, it would be, because it's a great event, and it's been very, very successful. So if somebody is listening or knows to talk to somebody about getting some information here, so we can inform the public, because we reach out to the towns as well, and we're all interested in the Lowell Folk Festival. So John's particularly interested in the food. The food is always fabulous
Oh, it's delicious stuff.
at the Lowell Folk Festival. So it's
Okay, so here's the Lowell Folk Festival 2026 stuff. And
I want to thank Rita for coming in this morning. Very, very good talking to her. She comes in and she takes the questions and she stands right up. I appreciate that. And she does listen to both sides.
I get rid of some of this.
She
Close
certainly
this guy.
is a wealth of knowledge.
She says nothing's listed for Sunday. They got Friday and Saturday.
Wow,
Nothing's listed for Sunday.
that's good to know.
There's got to be more information on the web than this.
Well, I'm sure the city has, but again, it would be good to, and you know who else I'd be interested in talking to, having on the show, is whoever the replacement was for Gunther, because they have made many changes in recycling, and they expect people to recycle, and I think that people would like to recycle for the most part. They just don't know what they can include and what they can't include. They assume they can include certain things that are plastic or and they can't be included. So I'd like to have someone come in and discuss that. Also in Lowell, don't you have one, every so often you have hazardous waste.
I'm sorry, Linda. I thought this was up on your screen. Come on, baby. Let's move over there.
No, nothing's on.
Having a bad day here.
Yeah,
There we go.
there we go.
I'm going to reload this page.
Lowell Folk Festival.
Got a lot of good pictures of what they put out there.
Oh, it must be Friday, Saturday, the 26th. I know it's only till like noontime or something on Sundays. it is really worth going in and walk around and get the flavor of it. There's a lot of talented people that participate, and again, the food, and there's
There's
something
a
going.
lot of eye candy, a lot of tasty stuff, beautiful music, and
Yeah,
the crowds are just fantastic.
it really is. So it's ride the trolley, get into the spirit, and come by the All Gallery. Visit. It's a beautiful garden. And actually, you've got the All, you've got the Whistle House,
And it's free.
the Brush Gallery.
You got to pay to park your car, but it's free.
Yeah. And there are some areas that you can park at. You just have to.
If you know where to park, you can park for free.
Yeah. But you can always park in the Songus parking lot, right?
And if you're handicapped, be sure to put your placard up because you're parking on the streets for free.
It's a time when the city of Lowell really comes to life because there are so many different nationalities. It really is the flavor of a melting pot is lovely, and I think we all need that to. We all have to become much more civil to each other and learn to live with each other. And I appreciate Rita that she listens to both sides. And I've seen many times she may have a personal feeling towards something, but if it's just not right, she's not going to vote for it. So there's stuff for the kids. There's always some kind of cooling places, and that the kids go running through the sprinklers, but the food is amazing at the Folk Festival. So the dates are next, not this coming Friday, but Friday, Saturday, and it looks like Sunday.
I'll try to look for a schedule.
And
See if we can find a schedule here.
again, it's the
9 days, 10 hours, there's a countdown clock.
that's awesome. Well, I hope they get in touch with you and start getting some publicity for this, because I think people forget about it. They take things for granted. It's a very active city.
Schedule, here's the schedule. Again, they don't have anything on Sunday.
Wow.
It's listed. I'm confident that they do have stuff on Sunday, but there's nothing that's listed.
So the parade starts at 6:15.
Yeah,
Okay.
Friday, you get on Friday night, get on Saturday night, because it goes on until like 10 o'clock at night, so it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, they go the parade of the flags and all the nationalities. It's really very enjoyable, very educational, and it's just nice to see everybody enjoying themselves together. And this,
Get a kick out of the super chicken and the fighting cocks.
yeah, okay,
There's a nice play on words, huh?
rock and boogie. There has to be.
Oh, now we got
There we
Sunday.
go. There has to be much more than that going
Now
on.
we got Sunday.
There we go.
So this is what's going on. So it is Sunday, so sorry for the misinformation a little while ago.
Come on down. Come to the All Gallery. Come say hello. It's a lovely spot. Peruse in the gallery. It's really lovely.
And all I did was I went on Google and said, Lowell Folk Festival 2020, right here, Lowell Folk Festival 2026. I put that in Google, and bam, you get this website. So
Yeah, don't forget about the Lowell Folk Festival because it's here and it's we're very lucky to have it. It's a national park. I like to see things come to life there, and I don't know if there's a baseball game during that weekend, but the food is always amazing. And there's always something going down in the plaza. It's great. It's a good take. Okay, everybody having a good time. So, next
a
weekend.
tasty time.
Yeah. I don't bring your dog. It's really not good for the dog. Too many smells and too many people, and it's usually too hot. You got to remember their poor little feet in the hot pavement, So it's really, I know we all love our dog. I love Hollybug, but I'd have to carry her. But it's just too hot
Yeah, you're right. Leave the dog
for
at
the
home.
dogs. Leave them in the AC at home. They'll be very happy.
So, Lynn, going back over to you before we run out of time here, anything hot in Tewksbury we need to know about?
No, we're being relatively good. Colin's on next week, so we can talk about
No,
that.
he's coming the 29th.
Yeah, what's today? Yeah, it's next week, isn't it?
I think it's 2 weeks. I'll check.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I missed a week there. I'll have to figure out what's going on next week. We'll have to have somebody in to talk about the folk festival. That's what we'll do.
Well, we might have trouble doing that. Seems I've angered the city manager. He doesn't like his disrespectful title of the shitty manager.
Well, they still want
And he
to.
doesn't appreciate my harsh criticism of
You
him
are harsh.
spending money like a drunken sailor. This is a poor city, and we spend money like a drunken sailor, like we have tons of money. We already owe so many extra million on the high school. And he's
That
still
is a real
finding-
problem.
Tommy Golden is still finding ways to blow more money. And it's just not right. And he doesn't like my criticism, and the only one who can change my mind is him.
Well, they have great grant writers. They keep coming up with wonderful grants.
Then
She'll
why
get
are we
it.
in the hole?
Well, you picked up more than your share of the illegals. I know that. So I just find this whole concept of the governor that anybody that's on the train line, whether you get public transportation or not, we're not Boston. It's very hard to. I see the Scots are back in Boston, by the way, so they've created quite a camaraderie with
We'll
Boston.
always talk about a smile with the Scots until I'm dead now. So, yeah, next week you got, what's on your screen? Okay, let me slide this over some. Put it
Oh,
up.
I have Eric on, and Matt, and Mike Dillon. I gotta get my glasses.
Oh, I got everything screwed up here.
That's super. The governor will talk.
Go to today. That's better.
Eric, I can get Eric to talk about the folk festival.
That's really bad.
I'm very sorry I missed him at the dunk tank. I would have liked to have taken a shot at that.
Yeah, so next week, Mike Dillon, Mayor Gitchia, very pokey today, the internet. All
Well,
those
it's
kids playing on their phones.
Well, it's hot. All those air conditioners on.
No, it's the internet. The internet is sluggish. for
Do you
internet.
think the fires and the smoke in the clogging up the atmosphere, is that? I don't know anything about electronics and
No, the deal is that
the signals.
so many people using the internet that it's there's not enough information being able to being able to be transferred through the transmission lines that we have.
Wow.
So when you press the button on your phone, how tall is the Empire State Building? And it takes 5 seconds for the answer to come back. Usually it's instantaneous like that.
Yeah.
But during the summertime when the kids are all out of school, they're on their phones all day, it sucks down a lot of the internet.
Yeah. Well, now do your granddaughter? One of them's 16, isn't she?
Yep. Teaching her to drive. And I
Oh,
took her
my.
out driving, and she, there's a lot of mistakes that you really don't realize that you have to stop at the end of the driveway. Not
Yeah.
just pull right out.
Yeah.
And that was a big surprise. Whoa, what is she doing? And then we went down the street, God bless her, and we're on a street called South Street, which is right down here. And she doesn't even look. She just pulls out into Gorham Street. And a guy in his big white box truck. So, but I took her up on the highway. She did good, and it's a learning curve. And I want to sit down with her and draw some intersections. And I'd rather draw her a picture. And I took her up to Target. And if you go in the Target Plaza, and you drive by all the buildings. There's a big empty parking lot at the end of that.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of obstacles in the parking lot. So we drove around in there for about 20 minutes till she got comfortable using the directional.
Yeah.
Turning, and once you get comfortable with that, we ran along the back of the buildings.
Yeah.
And then we went to different, we said, okay, we're going to be an undertaker. We went to St. Patrick's Cemetery, drove through that. Then we went to through Lowell Cemetery. Then we head out to St. Mary's. So it was a nice learning curve. She had a good time.
Stress, one thing I learned when I got my school bus driving license, and now I use it in my car as well. Learn to use the mirrors. The mirrors are so important. It really is, because your back window can get covered or fogged up or rain or whatever it is, if it's snowing hard. The mirrors really make a big difference. So
A mirror tells you reality, instant reality.
there it is, right there.
And now they have cameras instead of mirrors.
Yeah, of course,
And I just wish there was a camera that told you it was off the nose of the car. One of the cars we have, the Toyota Sienna, has a nose camera.
Oh, really?
So as you're pulling out of the driveway, you put the nose camera on it, it looks to the right and the left. So you can see a car coming, because there's cars all along the street when school's in session, so it's difficult to...
Well, I think when I pull out, I think this is a tough place to pull out sometimes, because they come zooming up Highland. It's just you look and you're really paying attention to the school and the parking lot and the people coming, because they're coming from multiple places down. But then they're right there coming up.
Well, occasionally, Lowell police, they'll put a cop on the street and he just pulls people over and tickets them for driving way too fast on Highland Street.
Yeah, they
when
do
school's
fly
in
out.
session, the cops are good about that.
It sort of has caught me a couple of times pulling out on my left side. It's very sporting, so my sympathies go out to her learning here. So,
Well, she got to learn,
yeah, that's exciting.
but she doesn't want to go now. So, Zoe, you want to go for a driving lesson? Nah, I'm okay, Papa. So I guess it was a little too exhilarating for her. But we'll get her out there.
Well, I'm sure she'll want a license. I got my license the day I turned 16.
I did too. I went to driving school, so I got it
Yeah.
early and loved driving. But nowadays, the kids are, no, I don't want to get my license.
Yeah.
And I have one of my friends, the kid's 18, still no driver's license. Doesn't have any intention of driving, so hope the self-driving cars come along quickly for this character.
Well, I hope that, when Autumn's only 10, I'd like to have my car totally refurbished for her so she'll have a convertible when she turns 16.
That's generous.
Well, it's a big car. That's why I want, I like her to have something sturdy under her when she starts, because we all have, it's a little rocky when you start driving. You don't focus as well, and you're distracted, and so I think it would be good for her to have a bigger car. So, did you get into the soccer at all?
Yes, we did. And it'll go away just like football. You don't miss it. But the finals are this weekend.
Yeah.
And
Do
I
you
get
have a
kick out of-
favorite?
No. I do delight in looking at Facebook of the characters who have come over here from be it Japan, Germany, Italy, England, and how they're pleasantly surprised what a wonderful place the United States is.
Yeah, we get a bad rap, don't we?
And how they underestimate how big the place is.
Yeah, I heard one of them saying that, it's amazing. You go all the way, you don't need a visa to go. And you see as much as they see in Europe.
Well, I have this one guy on Facebook. He says, I figured I'll just drive to the games. I'm going to rent a car in Boston, and we'll drive to Houston. No, you're not. He underestimated how long it would actually take to get to Houston.
Yeah.
And so he spent a lot of time driving his car.
Oh, I bet. Well, there's so much to see, and
And
most
they're,
Americans don't get to see it.
They're pleased with the freedom to go from state to state, the super Walmarts and the super Targets, the variety of stuff they have in those stores, the bountiful promotions.
Yeah.
Bountiful portions of food they get at restaurants.
Yeah.
Amazed.
Well, we've all been brought up in a free country. We underestimate how important that is. We don't stop, and we're not. We're blessed to be born here and live here. And the only issue I have with us now is that they've got to be able to cross the aisle. People have got to be, like even at these public hearings and meetings, you've got to be civil, and you have to learn. And if, it's not acceptable, it shouldn't be, and it has become, to be rude. It's not acceptable behavior. And I guess we've got to start teaching manners again at home. Maybe that's at home and in school and everywhere they go. And the politicians, for goodness sakes, have to start having manners and not be so hateful and rude to each other.
Well, politicians, they have a lot of them have a communication issue. When you call their cell phone, it says, hello, this is this phone number. It doesn't even say who they are.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And then you listen to it, the mailbox is full. Now, if you're going to be a politician,
I agree.
your mailbox should be able to receive messages. Page 2, you should say, hello, I'm City Councilor so-and-so, or I'm State Rep so-and-so. And that's what they should say, but they don't. There's no law says they have to, but they're terrible communicators if they don't.
Well, but nobody's holding their feet to the fire either. Nobody's making them
Oh, they don't.
be
Rita,
accountable.
I'm sorry, Linda. Anybody I hold the feet to the fire to, they don't come back.
Well, yeah, there's certain people who will not come on. I know that. That's why I appreciate the people so much that come on.
Oh, I know. Rita, best friends with her husband, her late husband, and we've had great times. We've traveled together. We've been friends for 30 years. But it's just surprising how many of these city councilors come on. Oh, I'll take care of him. Well, you don't have any freaking answers. At least Rita will say, I'll get that
Yeah.
answer for you. And a lot of them just take offense to that. So,
Well, she's been around for a very long time. Oh, it's almost time for me to go.
hey, tomorrow Central Life, we're going to have Sidney Lang's going to be here, Evelyn Thornton, and Sam Chase. That's tomorrow.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for getting up early. I thank Councilor Rita Mercier for getting up especially early to be with me. Everybody have a wonderful day. Stay cool. Hydrate. And I'll see you next Wednesday. And don't forget the Folk Festival.
Thanks, Lynn. Have a good week. See you tomorrow.